Oh, that's the ball. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can hit your driver higher. We all want to get onto that hole, especially when it's downwind, tee it high, let it fly, all those little rhymes. We want them to come true, even when there's no wind. But today, actually, there is a strong downwind. Now, I teach a lot of golfers on the golf course that tee the ball up really, really low. Now, the reason they do that is basically they say they either sky it or they hit the ball too high, so they're now teeing it lower. To be honest, the real answer, 9.5 times out of 10, is that they hit down on the golf ball. And as we all know, when you hit down, like you do on your irons, that hits the ball up into here, adds backspin. Backspin adds height into your golf shot. So for those golfers that tee it up really low, the reason you do that is because you hit down on the golf ball. And that's how you sky the golf ball as well, because the roof of your club basically comes into the golf ball first. If I get to the top and I come in steep, hit down on the golf ball, the bottom of my club is now behind the top of my club. So the first thing that gets to the golf ball is the roof, and that's how you sky it. And that is absolutely heartbreaking to see, because these drivers are not cheap, are they? So we don't want to be doing that. So protect your driver at all costs. If you tee it higher, you'll definitely sky it with that swing path. You may even go straight under the golf ball and just hit the tee and miss the golf ball. The main thing we want to try and do is tee the ball at what I would say is the correct height. The correct height would be around about half of the golf ball above the top of the driver head, because what I want to see is the driver landing and getting to its low point of the swing arc at least 2 or 3 inches before it gets to the golf ball. So then once it comes into the golf ball, it's working its way upwards. So now the golf ball has moved into the middle of the driver head and we're hitting it on the up. When you hit it on the up, you reduce spin. When you hit it on the down, you increase spin. For those golfers that hit it really, really low, you are probably, I have to say probably because I don't know your specific golf swing that's watching this video right now, but you are probably hitting down on the golf ball and managing to get the full club face, the middle of the club face on the ball. But in doing so, your hands are so far forward, you've lowered the loft angle of the face, therefore you've lowered your dynamic loft. The way the ball leaves the club is super, super low. So this is why it's important to tee up a little bit higher. As you're coming into the golf ball, one of the things you can check, and this is a great drill, as you come into the golf ball, get the lower body rotated, and you see this angle between my lead arm and the club. I want you to release it. So you notice how my glove is pretty much in the middle of my feet. I want to release it now, and now it's square. Okay, now I've got my loft back. And then as my arms start to work through the golf shot, I'm going to collect the golf ball on the way up. So you're going to start to release the club a little bit earlier so you can hit up. Now, that advice comes with a warning sign, because if you release it too early and then the club head gets in front of your hands, what have you done? You've done the opposite and you've added loft. All right, so we're trying to find the optimal time and place to release the club head. I often find that it's better once you've started to rotate through, then you start to release it. You release the club head in the middle of your stance, just like you would release the club head in the middle of your stance when you're hitting your 7-iron. That's kind of the same sort of place, isn't it? So if I've got the golf ball teed up, half of the ball above the top of my driver, I've got the ball position forward, my head position now is to the right side of the golf ball. So for me, I'm behind the golf ball, away from the target. So that gives me more of a chance to release the club under my head and under my spine angle. So in doing so, once I start to then rotate, I can then hit much more height. It's a lot easier, in fact, to actually keep the club face square when you're more behind and you're hitting up on the ball. You tend to find golfers that hit down on the golf ball with lots of backspin also have a lot more wayward shots, purely because the spin that you're adding to the golf ball is just out of control. It's so difficult to control the actual golf direction, the golf ball's direction from that position. So to start that one again, My head's going to be behind the golf ball to the right of it. My spine angle therefore is going to be slightly in that position as well, slightly behind the ball. My trail shoulder is going to be slightly lower. And I'm going to get the feeling that my lower body works towards the target whilst my spine angle and my head stay behind the golf ball. That will also help me release the golf ball release the club head through the golf ball. So again, the ball is around about half the ball's height above the driver head. Ball position just inside my lead heel. My head is to the right of the golf ball, so slightly behind the golf ball. My shoulder is lower than my lead shoulder. Oh yeah. I tried to hit so hard, I lost a bit of balance. I don't know why I'm trying to hit it so hard, because it's just a tip video. I'm not playing a tournament, but hey, that's what the driver does to us. It makes us want to smash the living daylights out of it. And if you do it wrong, if you do it like this, you're gonna hit the ball shorter than ever. Okay, so lower your spin, heighten the tee, get your head position correct, release the club earlier, hit up on the ball, lower your spin, increase your height, increase your distance. It sounds so easy. I wish it was, but there's something for you all to practice. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button. It does make a huge difference to the channel. Also, if you could hit the subscribe button, it makes an even bigger difference to the channel, because it thinks that YouTube, you like my stuff, and we like that. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you again on the next video.